Well, it is an online bot that can do your child's homework.
Yeah, coming up, we explore the controversy behind ChatGPT and see firsthand how it can write up legitimate-looking writing samples in seconds. Crazy.
That's your traffic. Let's send things over to Steve.
Yeah, and let's talk, Lacey, about something that's both fascinating and scary at the same time. There's a controversial new online writing tool called ChatGPT. With its vast AI knowledge, it can write a paragraph, even a full-length paper on pretty much any topic that you ask it to. Ryan Ozawa is a local tech expert and the Pacific News editor for Decrypt. First off, why was this even created, Ryan?
Well, artificial intelligence has been under development for decades. And in fact, when you're dealing with your digital assistant, you're talking to your watch, or you're dictating to your phone, there's AI there. And even in the area of writing, it's been writing articles about baseball games just based on the box scores. It can write about stocks without any humans being involved. So AI has been in our day-to-day lives even when we don't know it.
Okay, so you went online, you tried this out.
Yes.
What was your experience like?
Well, you're thinking, well, sure, it's pretty smart. It probably can explain to me the Declaration of Independence, but how much nuance can it pick up on things? So I asked it, can you define for me the word aloha? And I was thinking I was maybe going to get the Don Ho definition or something like that. And it turned out to be pretty remarkable in terms of its response. It says that the word aloha is a Hawaiian word. It has multiple meanings depending on context. It can mean hello and goodbye. Sure, most people know that, but it talks about love and affection, peace and compassion, gratitude. And you can even say after it gives you the answer, tell me a little bit more.
Right,
and it
which is what you just did.
That's
what we're
right,
seeing
exactly.
Yeah.
And so it talks about Hawaiian culture, and as a greeting, it can be hello and goodbye. That's a repeat, so that's how you can sort of know AI is involved. But it then goes into comparing it to namaste in India or shalom in Hebrew. So it's pretty nuanced. So it's basically building its corpus of knowledge from the entire internet. It sucks as much of it in, and it can generate these responses, which are original every time you ask it.
And you didn't speed this up. You sent us this video. This is in real time? Is this how
and
quickly
in fact,
it
I
processes?
believe that this is the processing it's doing on the spot.
Wow.
So you can see that a lot of people are concerned, well, certainly journalists such as us are concerned, but a lot of people are talking about its applications in schools.
Okay, and so let's get to that. So if it shuts down, ChatGPT shuts down today, something else is going to pop up tomorrow instantly. So how do schools deal with this?
So a lot of people say that this is the end of the essay, but it's not the end of education. And I think that we've been seeing this trend in our more progressive schools about project-based learning. So they have to demonstrate or build something, or just basically instead of writing a paper, you're going to have to go up in front of class, talk about your topic, and then deal with questions about the topic. I mean, you have to demonstrate your personal mastery of it in a way that doesn't involve writing.
Yeah, and I guess Guy had mentioned it too. I guess you want the kids to embrace the technology and kind of have access to it and know how to use it.
Right.
So it's one of those double-edged swords where it's like, hey, you have to experience it firsthand.
Well, there are many companies working on this. They're building it into email. They're building it into writing tools. So eventually it'll almost be there just like Clippy in the 1990s for Microsoft Word, but actually good. So yeah, I think that letting kids have access to it so they can demonstrate mastery beyond what a robot can do is really the way to go.
And you had one more example you wanted to show us, right?
Yeah, so I thought, well, that'd be kind of interesting. You can have it write a program. You can have it, it can actually write an application that runs code and stuff. So I said, well, why don't you write a poem for us to close out the segment? So why don't you tell me about the reporters of Hawaii News Now and the Sunrise Crew? So let's go. With voices smooth as tropical seas and looks that make the camera freeze, the anchors of Hawaii News Now bring us the stories fresh and true. And it just keeps going like that. You can ask for it in Shakespearean dialogue. You can ask for it in iambic pentameter. Like, it's pretty impressive. So I have now written a theme song, I think, for Hawaii News Now and Sunrise.
Yeah, okay, so no one is safe. Journalists, reporters, songwriters, poets, we're all over, man. But Ryan, thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
By the way, a great segue from Ryan Ozawa to Madonna. They're very similar. Details on her world tour that's coming up in What's Trending.